Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike MercurialX Proximo indoors in the latest liquid chrome colorway. Now inside the box they do include a string bag to go along with the shoes themselves. The string bag is black in color with black strings. On one side you're going to find the orange Nike football branding, and on the opposite side you're going to find a single orange Nike swoosh. Other than that, all you're going to find inside the box, as you guys can see, are the shoes themselves. So we'll get these guys out of the box really quickly, and we'll take a closer look at the liquid chrome pack colorway of the Nike MercurialX Proximo in, of course, the indoor variation. You can also get this shoe in a turf variation should that be what you need. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the colorway because there are different images of this particular colorway floating around the internet. I'll explain why that is in today's video. We'll go over all the tech specs and performance features, take a look at the weight, as well as talk about how these things fit and feel on feet. So if you are interested in learning more about this particular colorway of the MercurialX Proximo, please stick around, watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $150 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's take a closer look at the colorway. Now there's definitely some confusion around this liquid chrome pack Nike X release in general, in that a lot of retailers have pictures of the sample variation of this shoe that has some differences from the final product, and even Nike's own PR team is posting pictures of those sample variations that aren't the same as the final product. What you guys see right here in my hands in this video is the final product that you will get should you order these from any legitimate online retailer, including Nike themselves. So like I said, the pictures that most websites are showing are not accurate to what the final product actually is. They're likely a pre-production version. So the differences from the ones that are pictured and the ones that I have right here is two main things. You're gonna find that a lot of websites have this particular shoe with an orange outline to the Nike swoosh as opposed to a white one. The real thing actually does have a white one, as you guys can see. And the midsole on a lot of the pre-production versions is actually solid orange in color, whereas the real thing, which is what I have right here, is black in color with orange paint splatter, which I think looks a little bit better in my opinion. So the upper is pretty much exactly the same as the standard Superfly 4 in the liquid chrome pack colorway, and the midsole, like I said, is not orange, it's black with orange paint splatter. So that's pretty much it as far as what the differences are. Visually, the shoe, like I said, is very much like the liquid chrome Superfly 4. It features this chrome purple color, which is what they're calling urban lilac. Very, very cool color. Big fan of it personally. And a lot of people have been asking me about these new liquid chrome pack colorways as to whether or not the actual shininess of the upper wears away. The answer to that question is no. It will not wear off like the CR7 glitter colorways that we've seen in the past from Nike. You're going to find that the Nike swoosh is a matte black in color with a white outline on both the lateral and medial side. The MercurialX Proximo does have the texturing here running through the forefoot area, which is black in color, as you guys can see. The exposed Flyknit is purple and black in color, black laces on the shoe. The mid layer of the actual collar and across the top of the foot is orange, so when that stretches out, it reveals that little bit of color, which is kind of cool. The inside of the collar, for those that are wondering, is orange in color as well. You have your MercurialX branding in orange going down the back of the shoe, and then, like I said, midsole, black with orange paint splatter, and then the outsole is really cool looking, especially from the bottom. It looks black from this angle, but when you actually see the bottom, there's kind of a heat mapping colorway, or heat mapping pattern, sorry, with two different shades of purple. Lighter purple towards the outside, darker purple in the middle, and then one more orange Nike swoosh in the midfoot. So that's pretty much it as far as the colorway is concerned. Again, keep in mind, regardless of what is pictured, should you order a pair of these shoes, this is the exact variation of the shoe that you will receive because this is the production version. So let me know your thoughts on this colorway down below in the comment section. Do you like how these look? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. As far as performance is concerned, the Nike MercurialX Proximo is pretty straightforward. It's basically an indoor version of the Superfly 4. The upper is taken straight from a Superfly with the added texturing here in the forefoot and kind of toe area. All that texturing is going to do is, one, provide a little bit of additional grip on the ball, which honestly isn't super noticeable once you actually get used to the shoes, and two, add a little bit of extra durability to kind of the high wear zone on the upper. So it's a nice little feature, but again, doesn't really impact the feel in any significant way. The rest of the upper, like I said, is standard Superfly 4. It's a Flyknit upper that's more structured in all the areas covered in Nike skin. You're going to find an internal support cage along with Brio cables that run from the base of the sole into the lacing system to make for a very structured feel once the shoes are laced up tight, so they're very responsive. But the material itself is on the thinner side. It has a very slight padded feel to it because it is a knitted upper made from Flyknit, of course, but for the most part these are nice and thin, so if that's the type of feel that you're looking for, that's what you will get from the MercurialX Proximo. The laces run through the middle, as you guys can see, where you have exposed Flyknit, which makes up kind of the middle part of the upper, as well as the actual collar. This particular Flyknit variety is elasticated, so it's slightly stretchy, which allows you to get the shoe on and off a little bit more easily, and also just makes for a nice natural sock-like sensation when you're wearing the shoe. The collar itself and the mid-cut design in general really doesn't offer any performance benefits, unlike popular belief. There's no ankle support here, there's no structure from this, there's really no added protection other than just an extra layer of material. Really what it's there for is provide more of a seamless sensation where it feels like the shoe is flowing from your leg onto your foot as opposed to something that's just being strapped to your foot. That's the best way to describe it. And also this mid-cut design does impact how the shoe fits in the heel, which is probably the biggest thing you're going to notice if you haven't worn a mid-cut shoe from Nike before, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later during the on-feet portion of the video. You do have an internal plastic heel counter. The heel liner on the inside is a smooth synthetic leather with some padding back there. The insole, fully removable, I'll give you guys a quick look at that, is a little bit different than the standard Superfly 4. It has some more thickness to it, and it's actually a different material. It's got a mesh liner on top, no perforations, and then it's made from a decent thickness of this ortholite foam, which is very, very spongy and kind of bounces back quite nicely. And this is really what's going to be providing the majority of your underfoot cushioning, because as you guys can see by the outsole, there really isn't much to it. There's no plastic in the construction in the forefoot area. There is no extra foam whatsoever other than what that insole provides. And then through the midfoot and heel, you have a very small amount of Phylon foam. But like I said, for the most part, you are pretty much right on top of the ground with minimal amounts of extra padding. So if you like that low profile, kind of very harsh sensation under your feet, that's kind of what these things are all about. Whereas if you prefer something with a little bit more underfoot cushioning, these are probably not the best option for you. You can see you have a nice large lip to the outsole in solid rubber going around the toe box and forefoot area, so sole separation is not going to be a concern, as well as durability, especially if you do plan on using this on concrete or any kind of street soccer environment. And then of course the outsole, it's an indoor bottom. You have pretty much the exact same traction pattern across the entire Nike X indoor line. And of course you can get a turf variation as well. So on indoor courts, it works really well. On concrete and street soccer types environments, it works very well. The durability is great, the traction is very good. And again, there really isn't much to complain about here. So again, if you're looking for an indoor version of the Superfly 4, this is what you're looking for. In terms of weight, the MercurialX Proximo is relatively lightweight. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time using this scale. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw them on the scale and you can see that they weigh in at 8.55 ounces, the equivalent of 242 grams. So they are just under the 9 ounce mark, about an ounce and a half more than an actual Superfly 4, which is to be expected. You don't have the carbon fiber sole plate, and you have basically a solid rubber outsole in its place, which is going to add a significant amount of weight. With that being said, these definitely don't feel heavy. There are lighter indoors out there, most notably the Nike MercurialX Finale variation, but if you want that Superfly 4 feel in the form of an indoor shoe, regardless of whether or not they weigh a little bit more than the actual Superfly 4, this is still your best option. All right, so here is a look at the MercurialX Proximos on feet. On my left foot, I have the stock black laces that come with the shoes, and on my right foot, I have a pair of reflective Orange Punch SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. You find a direct link to that website down below in the description of this video. Now, in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, For the most part, the general shape and feel of the shoe is pretty similar to that of a Superfly 4. The part that feels different is underfoot, just because you have a different insole, and it's not a solid carbon fiber sole plate. It's a very flexible, with no plastic whatsoever, rubber outsole. So the shoe is a little bit more flexible than what you'll find from the Superfly 4 out of the box, but still pretty comfortable. If you haven't worn a mid-cut shoe from Nike before, the heel area especially will feel a little bit tight and a little bit firmer than you might kind of anticipate. But as long as you take things slowly and really break them in just a little bit at a time, you don't wear them straight into a game or straight into a free kick session, you shouldn't have really too many issues as far as discomfort and blistering. You can avoid all of that, again, if you just take your time during the break-in process. The shoes fit really well. It's obviously a tighter fit, as you would expect from a high-end Mercurial model, which these are. As far as stretching is concerned, you're not really going to get any of that from this shoe. The way it fits from right out of the box is the way it's going to fit for its entire lifespan. So tighter fitting shoe, really no stretch to it. It's going to be suitable for most people, but it certainly isn't what I would consider to be a wide fit whatsoever. So if you have wide feet, certainly not the best option for you. As far as underfoot cushioning is concerned, there's very little of that. So as long as you don't mind being very close to the ground without much impact protection, you shouldn't have too many issues here. It's kind of the type of feel that they're trying to offer with this particular model. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and length is absolutely perfect. So just like the standard Superfly 4, these run true to size. So if you are looking to order a pair, going for your regular size is recommended in order to achieve the best possible fit. All right, guys, that is it for my review of the liquid chrome Nike MercurialX Proximo indoors. If you guys are interested in more info on this shoe, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find high quality images of this exact pair that I took myself. That'll give you a better idea as to how these actually do look in person, as well as buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $150 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all regarding the MercurialX Proximo, leave them down below in the comments and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.